Hey everyone, this is Ladrone and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today, there's a few things that we want to do. First of all, we need to go over or finalize the Hues of Wild Garden event. Hopefully I'll be able to do so. Okay. Oh. So they don't seem to be time gated anymore, so I'm gonna go through that. But there is something else that happened between the last session and this one.
Crumble!
Oh, sorry.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
And is oh hello. AR-56. Give me those. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Now got another AR unlocked. But the next thing that we need to do is where's that event? Over there. Go. Let's go. I think it's to Lenny. I think this is about the photos, right? And one thing about the photos that I realized is that you don't need to go use the camera itself. You need to use this mechanic over here. So, neat. I've taken them. No problem. Oh, okay. Thank you. That portion is done. And part 2. And what do we have here? Solved. New poem needs to be completed. So it needs to be 8 to 12. So save from 8 and 8 to 1. There we go. Sounds good. Looks good. They should give us enough time to go to bed, wake up, get ready for another poem. Okay. No. Como? Need my help in getting some inspiration again? French here. Okay. Creature is unique to this lands. Animals. Okay. Location first of animals. Okay. I think I know where we can find a few. Where's that? Maybe you? Maybe a foxy like this. Yep. Go. Is considered? No, I thought that this butterflies was gonna consider it an animal from Inazuma because they're a fish or there we go. And another one. So another one and another one. Is this considered an animal? Oh, okay. No, thank you. Pretty sure that they are not gonna allow me to take any more photos, so let's maybe over here. Take a run here. That one over there. There we go. That's three. Excuse me. And another one. There are some birdies around here. Not like this one. Okay, so yeah. Over here. Let's take a look. Oh, it wasn't exactly the plan, but okay, that works as well. There we are. Oh. There we go. It worked. Even though it was a little bit sketchy or with them fly away, but yeah. But I wasn't going to be able to catch those, but got it in the end. Good, good, good. Let's help them with another portion of the poem, I guess. Borrow the wind in sunny days like birds flying. Okay. Do you need to take some pictures too? And that's probably another day of waiting. Let's see what we got here. That should be the last portion of this. Another time. Another quest, another day. Sounds good. Good to have this kind of background there. So let's see. Took
This one
photos of
tastes
birds,
the same as I remember.
animals, and unique resources. Sounds regional specialties? Okay, leave it to me. This is probably materials. So, homestead. Probably take photos of the again. Really? There's more than one thing that we can get a picture in Mondstadt itself. me, sir? I mean, probably won't be able to take a photo while doing this. Come on. Just stay on top of that banner, please. Like that. Thank you. There we go. And one. I'll take this photo here. I'll use her. Hello. Radiant and crystal for what the what? Oh, okay.
Take your pick. You'll find.
The next one. Not gonna be mean, that's for sure. Can be you. That's understand resources. Probably ones around here. Done. Oh. You as well. Go this away. Let's get some stamina back. Yeah, we can go from here. That sounds good. Where are those fruits? This is a pine cone, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Means over here. And a few of these. Oh fuck. So. That's enough. Thank you very much. Now. I'm gonna go from here this time. Just for a little bit of change. Oh, hello. Oh. The teen show coming in.
Hi there! You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon or have we met somewhere before?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theather Mechanicus.
Oh, okay.
The inventor of Theather Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to support them. We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theather Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival.
Okay.
So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
Whoa! Xingqiu's just sitting there, sound asleep.
What? Oh. It's the traveler in Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Hello, that.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
Joe, how are you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon.
Okay.
Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we?
Sounds good.
Huh? That's odd.
What's wrong?
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Oh, let Paimon have a look.
Okay.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Yep.
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down by the poem hunt competition. Yeah, that's it. A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the 5 Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival.
Yep.
Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Oh, he's on to us.
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
there's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Kelks would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theather Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Kelks would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival.
Yep.
It is a most rare opportunity for both Kelks and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now.
Yep.
Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
Ah, so you've already heard.
Yep.
To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Kelx's beautiful illustrations. Kelx is
name
not
equals
only a
marketing.
skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter.
Well, I would say that that's more on the putting a rush on your painters, drawers, artists.
But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
Yep. With the blue flowers left behind. Okay. First, there are people folks that we need to talk to. Hello, Otomo. Have them right here. Fight of the wild berry, of Starn, excellent curious. Will need. I'll take this one. Okay. And there's always common grounds. It's hard to think that people can be so different. There is possible no chance of dialogue, no place of being together. So, yeah, it's not far fetched. Yep. Sounds good. That's completed. That's details. And give me quests do we have? Okay. Now, none of them are time gated. We have the Arkham quest, the story quest. Oh no, this time gated. Nope. Let's go. And those. And those. 11. Give me. Thank you. Loads of his own light. Okay. Yeah, wait up.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, Forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Xingqiu.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
Why? You just introduced your
Why not?
Really?
Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names.
Thank you.
Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Xingqiu act this awkward before either.
Learned some new tips on manners today.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the five Kassen? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I understand the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Sounds good.
Well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Xingqiu?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Shimura's. Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Sounds good.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Oh, did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Xingqiu was a little suspicious.
Huh? Xingqiu's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Xingqiu himself? No way! That can't be right! Xingqiu only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chasuke? Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Xingqiu has already been in Inazuma for some time, and that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Xingqiu be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Xingqiu in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shinjo be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there.
Yep.
I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Got it.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Take a little bit of a shortcut. Or detour. Wait a second. Yeah. Maybe that shortcut's going to be a little bit easier. There we go. Your restaurant. Oops, sorry, down there. Up there.
Water from the hot springs has magic.
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Sounds good.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Shinjo gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth. Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
Sounds good. In we go. Met the owner.
Recently.
Yuta?
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
Yep.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Shinjo be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
Wait a minute. What's that?
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to order.
There's been so many lively young customers recently.
Hello.
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Hi! Do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past 2 days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Shinjo gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Yep. Sounds like a good plan.
Oh, come to think of it, Shinjo mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Yep.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
Oh, nice.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Yep.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
Yep.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Shincho.
Talk about Shincho's own novel.
While it is entertaining to read novels, writing one is an endeavor of its own.
Yep.
You must give great thought to every detail, from the layout of the plot to the rhythm of the lines. And even when you have come up with interesting content, there's still no guarantee that it will be to your liking.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or studying alchemy, seldom can you really feel joy after seriously delving into the work.
Shincho and Albedo are getting into some deep topics now. But nothing suspicious has come up.
Well, the Albedo's illustration.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Yeah.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Risks?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like.
If you were to where they were being printed.
Shincho, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Shincho? What was the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
The jig's up, Shincho. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
Yep.
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did, in fact, come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines.
Of course you did.
I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings.
Okay.
I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Huh? The criminal who stole a Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Yep.
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo-Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Okay. So, oh, other side. Here. And off we go. Where are you? Okay, let's take a little bit of a short cutscene. Sarah there, as it seems. Some other people.
Please, wait. Onodera is innocent.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Genyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
That has something to do with his signature.
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret.
Yes.
In the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
Shinjo, what are you up to?
No, Genyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yai publishing house, but Lady Yai also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Genyu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Genyu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Genyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Genyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Genyu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yai publishing house had requested autographs of authors so that they could be put on display. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and elegant signature for the event. But looking back on it now, I had dug myself into a hole by delivering that nice signature for the sake of my pride.
Hey, come on, you two. Loosen up a little. A theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Shinjo and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
We should probably be heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Yep. We don't. Let's go. A little bit of cutscene here, and there we go.
Onodera? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Yeah.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy today.
Of course.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yae Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the second floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Genyu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes, good idea. You've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We've worked with them before, so I'll go and ask them to help out too.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Yep.
Even though Shincho still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
Yeah, there's no more missing books, so...
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop. But I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
Of course it does.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Shincho yet.
Yep.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
Okay.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something? He's a friend of ours, and the release of his new book is super important to him.
Okay.
Oh, what's that sound? It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves that easily. It's getting late now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Of course you are there. Sir or ma'am. No judgment here. Teather Mechanicus. And there's on this, and there's on this. Let's just this one first. Karat. Oh, yan, kumakarat. Siege of Brilliance. That does sound interesting. Give it a try. Six. Brilliance. Insert the horde. I have 120. Range. Man. Maybe I need to use the breach. Use point enemies. This and this one. No. This one then. Start away, shall we? And there.
Quake!
Management. There's discharge.
Crumble!
That and one of these. And I'll take one of these. And one of these. We have those two. So one here. Another one here. And let's get one of these over here. Final two are gonna be. Oh, already have maxed out.
Stabilize!
There we go. Over there. I'm not gonna even make it to the bridge. Stabilize! Oh, hello. And goodbye. There's another one. And he's dead. There's a big horde going that way. Let's drop them out. Oops.
Stabilize!
Time for a light show!
Got two of them passing through. $48 to go. Ooh. Got too soon there. Goodbye. Oh, gotcha. Does it show me a timer for this? No, it does not. Goodbye. Oh, no. One then. Ooh, almost didn't get you. Two bridges, I could just let them go through here, but off we go. Oh, another big baddie over here. With a bite. Those bridges. Things there are pretty much being taken care of. And this one's on the bridge. And off you go. Five more? Oh, yep. They're gone there. Make it 3. Ooh. Got almost thrown down there.
Fire hazard!
And you're done, sir. I may not be able to damage you, but I still can throw you around. That looks good, sounds good. Let's see. Yep. Enter the report. Okay. This is basically going through the Teather Mechanicus. Okay. Next, sorry. A little bit of this. Or 50 meters
It's
away.
already time for us to be at the docks. Let's go!
I don't want to be in the
Arrival
docks.
schedule says ship stopover 1 person. Does that mean we're only welcoming one guest today?
Sounds like it. Yeah, Miko.
So many complaints. What should I do?
Need any help?
Ah, are you the traveler who my superior said would come and help us out? You
Yep.
came at the perfect time. We're facing a small problem here.
Okay.
As you know, the Iridori Festival is underway.
Yep.
In addition to all the things on sale, there's a lot of free entertainment programs available. But today, we received numerous complaints that a group of people have been hogging the Tanuki photo board. They won't leave so no one else gets to use it. What a headache.
Can you drive them away?
Well, we tried talking to them, but the original point of these entertainment facilities was to let people freely enjoy the festival. So in principle, it's open to everyone. And there's no time limit on usage. This means that as long as they haven't done anything technically illegal, even if they keep hogging it, there is nothing we can do. So, can you try negotiating with them for us? If these complaints can't be resolved and Madame Cujo finds out, I'll lose my bonus this month for sure.
Hogging a photo board, huh? We know who would do something like that. Should we go and have a look?
Yep.
Thank you so much. You'll find them by the Tanuki photo board just east of the square.
Okay. Over here?
Well, if it isn't Arataki Ito and his gang.
Of course.
Hey, traveler, Paimon, what's happening? Oh, you came here for the Iridori Festival too? Oh, see, I knew it! Great minds think alike, huh?
You're such a child.
Yes, it is.
We're here to take care of a little problem.
Yo, right. Yeah, well, who's got a problem? The Arataki gang considers it our born duty to help those in need.
Oh, do you think?
Wait, huh?
The Arataki gang is the problem. The Tenryo Commission said you guys have been hogging the photo board and nobody else has had a chance to use it.
Oh, well, no, we haven't.
Would you care to explain?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. Hey, Mamoru, you're up. Explain the situation to these good people.
Yes, boss.
Okay.
The story starts 2 months ago, when we first found out about the Iridori Festival. As everyone knows, this is a festival all about showcasing culture, with books on all kinds of topics on display and for sale. Our boss is very forward-thinking. He thought we should seize this golden opportunity to publish some material introducing the Arataki gang and help craft a glorious public image.
Okay.
He also said we can make some money out of it to support ourselves.
Well, that wasn't the main reason, obviously.
Obviously.
Of course that was your main reason.
At first, we had plenty of time. In 2 months, boss planned to write 60 pages.
But 1 month in, and he'd written a grand total of 1 line.
Well, I mean, come on, you gotta make sure the quality is up to scratch.
More like worst procrastinator ever.
So we cut some of the planned content, and figured it would still be fine if we could put out 20 pages in the next month.
But the day after that, the boss got a hold of this card game called Genius Invocation TCG. Everyone loved it!
It felt like we only played a few rounds, but before we knew it, half a month had gone by. I'm telling you, this game, it's pretty incredible.
I was just gathering inspiration for my writing. What?
Yeah.
Sure you were. Inspiration that has absolutely nothing to do with what you were writing about.
So then we only had 2 weeks left. No way was that going to be enough time to publish a book. Boss said we should just make a colorful flyer instead. That way we'd only need to think of a slogan.
That makes more sense. It shouldn't take too long to think of a slogan, right?
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. We came up with 30
But 30 was too many, and we couldn't agree with each other on which one to use. It took us a week to make the final decision.
Of course it did.
That was when we realized we'd have to pay an expensive express fee for the printing, because there was so little time left.
And we couldn't afford it.
Of course not.
You gotta take it slow if you want to do something well. Pay an express fee and they're gonna do a rush job, and then there's gonna be all sorts of problems. The Arataki gang only puts out the very best into the world, and that is why I decided to give up on that project.
Whatever, make you happy.
That, yep, well said. You gotta do what keeps you happy. Same goes for humans and Oni alike. But it's not every day that you get to go to an Iridori festival, right? So priority number 1 right now is enjoying ourselves to the max!
And the way you chose to enjoy yourselves was to commandeer a novelty photo board?
So, at first, Boss brought us here to buy some drinks. He said there was some sort of Iridori Festival limited edition soft drink available.
Okay.
That's right. This ain't no ordinary drink either. It's a special edition joint creation of Sailing Breeze and Yai Publishing House, as featured in the popular novel Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
What?
But when we got to the festival, the staff wouldn't let us in because of our unusual outfits. They said we had to show up looking like our normal selves before they'd let us in.
We'd invested a lot of time and money into the way we looked. And then they accused us of spoiling the image of the city.
One thing led to another, and by the time we finally got to Sailing Breeze's booth, all the drinks were sold out. We were pretty disappointed, but there was nothing we could do. Then we saw this photo board on the way back. Boss said we can't let the trip go to waste, so...
So you decided to take over the whole area for your own use?
I beg to differ. It's public property. We didn't commandeer anything. We're just making sure public resources get used to the max.
Yeah, Boss is right. We're the ones making the most out of this thing.
Never let a single moment in your life go to waste. That's our policy in the Arataki gang, and we're out here making sure this photo board gets the most out of its lifespan, too.
Oh, brother, what a noble cause.
You could also go buy some books.
But we spent so much money on our appearance. We only had enough left for one of those drinks. We don't have anywhere near enough to buy books.
Well, you can't just take over this photo board for yourselves because it's free and you don't have any money. Other people have the right to use it too.
Yeah.
I guess when you put it like that, I can kind of see where you're coming from.
There we go.
So come on, let someone else have their turn already.
But you know full well that the Arataki gang has a reputation to uphold. If I say I'm gonna make the most out of this board, then I have to live up to my words. If we just scrap our plan like that, we'd be going against our word. A gang's gotta have integrity, or it does huge damage to your prestige.
Aren't you the one that dropped the idea of the book?
That being said, we won't have to worry about any of that if we can settle this the Arataki way.
No.
The Arataki way, huh? Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
So I, Arataki numero uno Ito, challenge you to an all-out, no-holds-barred, anything-goes duel. If you win, I will leave this board alone.
Wait, do you mean a beetle fight?
Oh, beetle fighting is an awesome idea! Just so happens I caught myself a true beast of an Onikabuto the other day. I call it Demon of Darkness.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring Demon of Darkness with me today, so...
Well, that's a relief.
So, how are we gonna do this duel? Let's think. Yeah, wow, this is a tough nut to crack. Let me think for a second.
Hey, look! Isn't that Toma? Guess he's here for the festival too. Why don't we ask Toma how to do this duel? Paimon bets he'll have tons of ideas.
Yep.
Toma! Toma! Over here!
Hey, Traveler and Paimon.
There we go. Oh, I should be able to help us out.
What a nice surprise meeting you guys here.
What brings you here?
Well, I heard that a certain well-known individual had made an appearance at the festival and taken quite a liking to the Tanuki photo board. Since the Yashiro Commission is the host of this festival, I felt I simply had to come and meet them in person. Red horns. If I'm not mistaken, you must be the esteemed Arataki Ito, leader of the widely renowned Arataki gang. Is that right?
Toma, my bro, your eyes do not deceive you. And you are the housekeeper extraordinaire of the Kamisato clan. You're quite the celebrity yourself, you know.
Everyone's famous.
Well, I'm flattered, Ito. And it's nice to meet you too, bro.
Whoa. There's a serious bromance developing here.
I didn't expect to run into both Ito and the Traveler here. Speaking of which, I kind of count as the host here. So is anything wrong? Don't worry, you can tell me anything.
It's all Ito. He wants to...
No, it's no big deal. We were just about to have a duel, and we're trying to think of what format it should take.
Oh, a duel. In that case, I have a suggestion. Since your duel is taking place at the Iridori Festival, why don't you have a volunteering competition?
Volunteering competition?
Then you can both do your part for the Iridori Festival while settling your duel at the same time. What do you think?
Chores all around.
Volunteering competition? It sounds a little low-key. Not quite hardcore enough for the Arataki gang. I give this idea an interest rating of 2 points. One for the Traveler, one for Toma.
Boss means, 2 points out of 100.
Yeah, this job isn't the most high stakes, that's for sure. It just takes a little patience and responsibility. Also, since it's volunteering, by definition, there's no remuneration. All you'll get is this special edition drink from Sailing Breeze, as a small token of appreciation.
Okay.
On second thought, this is nowhere near enough for the prestigious Arataki gang. I don't know what I was thinking.
Wait a sec. What was that part about the, token of appreciation?
Oh, it's just a special edition drink produced by Yae Publishing House and Sailing Breeze. It's really nothing special.
Boss, that's the one! If we take this gig, we'll get that drink!
Oh, so, Toma, my bro, my guy, my dude. Maybe I didn't explain properly. When I said 2 points, that's out of a total of 2. If there's one thing the Arataki gang is known for, I kid you not, it's our patience and responsibility.
Really?
It's an awesome idea, totally hardcore. Practically tailor-made just for me. Traveler, let's do this for our duel, huh? It'll be amazing. Whoever volunteers the hardest wins. What do you think?
You didn't seem too interested in it just a second ago.
You won that drink, just as Toma.
Hey, this is the mighty Arataki, above all bold-blooded Ito you're talking to here. I'm a say what I mean what I say, might sound mean, but I say it anyway kind of guy. And I say, we're gonna have this duel.
AKA doesn't want people to know he's only doing it for the drinks kind of guy.
If it's decided, then allow me to take the role of your judge. The volunteer work is simple. You just need to give your help to people who need it during the festival. I will assign some job requests that I've already received to you. If you're ready, we can begin.
Sounds good.
Okay, our first job is to help a busy vendor. His stand is just nearby.
Vendor.
Are you the volunteers? As you can see, there's a lot of dust and dead leaves around my stand. I've just been so busy with my customers these past few days. I keep meaning to sweep up, but I just haven't found a spare moment. Can you help me clean up the place, please? Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm so grateful to have you help.
No thingy.
No, my sword!
I'm assuming that needs to be done by someone like you.
Let the wind lead.
Clean this up.
Wind, hear me.
Please, get in line over here.
Go as one!
Okay. Done.
You're finished already? What? You're wonderful people, all you volunteers. Thank you so much.
Took a little bit more effort than I thought, but...
Let's see. Our next job is to help a visitor.
Hey, mister! Come and help me!
Hey, Kajirai! Fancy meeting you here at the festival. But we don't have time to play games with you right now.
I'm not playing games. I'm in trouble.
Okay.
I heard they were selling a new kind of tamari at the festival, so I came to check it out. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I went and lost my current one. It's gotta be nearby.
I still had it a moment ago. Can you help me, mister?
So basically, every time we run into you, we have to go Tamari hunting.
Something like that.
Please.
One is already done. First.
Great! Now thanks, mister.
Okay, one last job.
Please, get in line over here.
We need to help move some goods at the port. Let's go!
Let's get that moving too.
Are you the festival volunteers? Great. I was just wondering what to do about these goods. It's been really busy lately, and all the workers at the port are swamped. But I have to get all this fresh soy milk delivered to the warehouse as soon as possible. It'll go bad if it's left outside too long. Can you please help me take it to the warehouse? My coworker Takeuchi will be waiting for you there. Thank you so much.
Let's go. What? Over here.
You must be the volunteers here to save the day.
Mm-hmm.
You must be tired. Put down the goods and have a rest.
What?
I heard the Yashiro Commission has arranged for Sailing Breeze to prepare some special drinks for the volunteers as a way of saying thank you.
Okay.
Soy milk is actually one of the ingredients for the drink. It's freshly made every day.
Oh.
In fact, the last batch of soy milk we processed has just been sent over. You'll get to try it very soon.
Oh, thank you.
What? So Sailing Breeze's special drink has soy milk in it? Ito won't be able to drink that! Hurry! We've got to get to Sailing Breeze before he does!
Yep.
What took you so long? I've been here ages. Completed my tasks a long time ago. So there you have it. When volunteering is the name of the game, no one volunteers harder than Arataki Ito. You lose, I win, and to the victor go the special edition spoils. Behold, the Drink of Champions, created by Sailing Breeze in collaboration with Yae Publishing House, and as featured in the popular work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji? Woo! All this talk's making me thirsty. Don't mind if I do. Drink of Champions, it's time to come home.
There are soybeans in the drink. And adios.
Woo! That's the good stuff! That was a mighty fine drink. Although, maybe it was past its prime.
Boss, they said they think there might be, beans in the drink.
Huh?
The mighty figure falling here.
The boss is down! The boss is down!
Quick, get him to a doctor!
What's wrong? Can't Arataki Ito drink soy products?
He's allergic to beans!
Oh, my goodness. Okay, quick, grab Ito and follow me. I'll get a doctor. I sure hope it's not too serious. I'm sorry. I didn't even consider this possibility. It was all my fault. Leave Ito to me. I'll make sure he stands again. Don't worry. I'll see you later.
So, your friend is allergic to beans. It's a very rare condition, though I have heard about it. I'm so sorry that our drink caused such a problem. I feel terrible. If you don't mind, please take this. This is a special drink formula with no soy milk. I could see that your friend enjoyed this drink a lot. Although it tastes slightly different without the soy milk, I'm sure this version will be more suitable for your friend.
Thank you.
Please accept it, along with our sincere apologies.
Rainbow Blister. The next one will be this one. Let's hope that Ito is fine. Yeah. Hey, Kazuha.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Iridori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either! Returning as a guest for the Iridori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long...
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to be looking for something. What happened?
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I suddenly heard light footsteps around me. I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier. Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of them, I found this strange piece of paper by my feet.
Oh, does the paper happen to have a poem written on it?
Huh. How did you know? Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen.
Kazuha, can you show us that piece of paper?
Sure. Here it is. Please, have a look.
Ahito.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akihito. And sure enough, this is a story about him. The story this time basically says that Akihito got his name from his love of red seals. However, the shogun discovered that he had committed plagiarism, and he was soon exiled.
Hey, Danny. I'm going over this main quest on Genshin Impact. I've been doing this Genshin Impact series for a little bit. But I might jump into Satisfactory in a bit. There's a few things out there that I still want to do.
Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
Oh, the other stories weren't much
I don't
better
think
either.
there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the shogunate. So I'm not all that different from Akihito mentioned in this story.
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the shogun because of his wrongdoings. You did nothing wrong, Kazuha. Huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
Well, I think that's the beauty of Satisfactory. Building, breaking and building. I'm actually on my third Pyro building. And I think that's going to be the last one that's going to be using that static. But first one, I didn't get this Pyro exactly the way that I wanted. The second one, I couldn't get the Spyro out because it would just go into the building. So this time I burned the circle and build the base of the building beside it, but I'll get to it in a bit.
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right? In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has also been signed. Perhaps using a seal could be a feasible solution. While
idea.
sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal, I might be able to help.
Wow, that's an idea. Quick, let's go tell Albedo.
Yeah, Danny. Might have to jump into that. Give me a few. Whose voice was that? Oh, that's probably Paimon, I would say. Was this little girl, right? Yep, that's Paimon. Sorry, but she only shows up when we were on the pause menu and then in the story quest. Other than that, it's just the other characters. Actually, at the start of this game, the Traveler, this character over here, actually fishes out of the water, and he oftentimes serial killing. He's often being referred as an emergency meal or emergency food, so yeah.
Interesting. A story of the 5 Kasen appears again, and with a timely solution. Stamped seal, huh? Let me think. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However, since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books. But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course. Let's go to Ouya restaurant now to discuss my idea with everyone.
I know. Sometimes it's just like when I'm trying to chat with other people, especially in this game when I'm streaming, like I have to type it like 3 or 4 times to get a word right. I'm really sorry, but I'm not familiar with the Final Fantasy series games. I was mostly a Nintendo guy when I was a kid. So I haven't played Final Fantasy that much, or sorry. Alright. It's just life. I know about fantasy, but I don't know what moguls and Final Fantasy are. Tell me my... Okay. I can see that. I can see how people can feel about their beloved series games. Or mostly games, or any other types of media. Place? Oh, there we go.
Yes, that's it, Zhenyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
Playing fluff balls with Nuggles. Okay. Pom-poms on their heads. I'm definitely gonna have to try it out and find out more about them. They seem quite adorable.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. Oh, I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
Mugo. Yep.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long and Xingqiu's already zombified.
Mr. Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma. In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think. All right, I think that would work. Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the result should be very beautiful as well.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book.
Yeah, more like signing, and the dude or Shincho, the guy that got into predicament, the idea here is that he's an author, and he signed it, like he practiced for a full day and was able to come up with a beautiful signature. But now that he needs to sign tons and tons of books, he doesn't have enough.
But if we adopted
to
Count's
do all
proposed
that
method,
beautiful all the time.
we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors sign their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
Well, if you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other 2 authors participating in the new release event.
Okay.
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Genyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here. The books that Genyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the I Publishing House.
And therefore, more marketing, more money.
We did it. The event is saved.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Shincho! Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air.
There we go. He's off.
There's been so many lively young customers.
Have to mute the audio. But she's coming back. Don't you worry.
We still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
Traveler, there you are.
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand.
I can see how that can work for some people. Like people that are a little bit shy and don't want to expose themselves too much. Yeah, I mean, it's another way of being there without being there and exposing yourself too much. I think it's trying to find a comfortable, happy medium. I can be out there and try to expand my abilities as a person to stream and try to interact with others, but I'm still wanted to feel safe and protected. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it's the way I see it. I think it's more a step on a journey. Like, for myself, I'm just trying to do something different and trying to find some people that even if I don't, if I'm not knowledge enough into Final Fantasy, I can still find some friends. Yeah, I mean, you have the courage to put yourself out there, so kudos to you. But I think, again, I think there's space for everyone. You know, there are people that like that kind of thing. There are people that don't. So
this bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such, we came together to find you two.
But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before.
Here's the paper. Please, have a look.
the verse in whatever.
All the poems we found before were roughly the same length, but this one is only 2 lines.
That's because can't bring forward the effort to care what people think about me. I'm a take it or leave it kind of one. Okay. Like what you see? You know, there's a door. Yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, there's room for everyone. As I said, if people like you, they like you. If they don't, off they go. Happy to go.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear."
I can imagine you running through the door, just making a stampede and then like this raising out behind you.
Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
I could think like of those old cartoons when characters running in just that big big cloud of dust. Oh, so you're just like Paimon here. Well, beside the voice.
Water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
Runner. Oh, yep. I used to use Roadrunner, watch Roadrunner quite a lot when I was a kid.
Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper!
I always thought that it was interesting how the Wily E. Coyote was trying to make all sort of traps and things that are so complicated. And, to me, everything that... Yep. I think the things that usually work there are the ones that are the simple things, you know? Instead of like trying to balance rock on top of something that was tied with a rope and then... Yep. Wily E. Coyote. That's his name. I remember because he was always on... Yep. Usually at the start of the shows, it's just like who showed Roadrunner and put like his scientific name or something, and then the coyote running, and then his name just showed up.
Let Paimon see what it says.
They were looking
Story
at the
says that after Sumizumi got
pages,
the collection
the
of
pages has
poems
like
from Akihito
invisible
and put them into
writing,
a stream of water,
and they just wet the pages, and they're looking what was written there.
plagiarized words in the poem
It was reading
became
all over my
blurry.
face. That's what they were reading.
Why would that happen?
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture. To ensure the text lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating could also prove just as difficult.
Well, this game, I think it's Chinese, if I'm not mistaken. So there is this English version, and there are like several more versions. I think there's Japanese, Chinese, and two more other languages. But I like the voice actors and some of the voices, like Ayaka, the girl who was just talking before.
However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the Shogun, surely one of those 2 methods was used to protect it.
There's another one that's supposed to be a rocker. but in English she sounds a little bit like a country girl. People think it's weird, I think it's just funny.
But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
But this poem wasn't written by Akihito.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up.
There is no problem with country girls, but I think the character's construction was supposed that she is a rocker, but she sounds like a country girl.
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
Now, between the Bodos and the shovel, I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
There you go. The next 2 portraits should be ready in no time.
Yes. And now that all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
Let me see if I can show you what I was talking about. Oh.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized.
Ooh.
Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Oh, is you gonna copy something over? Copy the seal as well. Okay, now I'm digging myself into something that I shouldn't be doing. So, yeah, I'm gonna use that shovel. See what's that, Paimon?
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out. One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuronushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
Oh. Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
Well, what he means is that the story of Kuronushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akihito's poetry collection in a stream. Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akihito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akihito.
It would be interesting to see someone talking by sneezing.
What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 kasen.
We don't know what it did. With the COVID one.
Since the Shogun mentioned in the
Everyone's
poems
getting
is
something.
certainly not the one of the 5 kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay. Paimon is finally starting to get it now.
However, this also brings something else to mind. The story of the 5 kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately.
Yep.
Which begs the question, is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
A Kuronushi? In our world?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our
Paimon?
dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Paimon is known to talk about herself in the third person.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him.
That's it. Okay. Since I've got to control a little bit, if I show you this person, thing. He is so rock and roll musician. Yep. Oh, let me take her off for a spin or away. And sorry, Jean, but need to use.
Let's
first.
jam! Feel the beat!
See, he waved out the guitar doing that. But if I go to her profile, there are some voiceovers. Like,
Shinyan's the name and rock and roll's the game. And I'm the only one who plays it in Liyue Harbor. Been thinking about staging concerts elsewhere lately, but... well, word is that you've been all over the place, traveler. So, what say you sign me up for your world tour? Anywhere's good.
what do you say that she sounds like?
If there's fire in your soul, you gotta rock and roll. So come on, let's get moving.
See? And that's the only thing that the thing like doesn't match. Like, if I use her ability right now, you can see that the guitar is spinning around. So, yeah, there was another option. How was that? Like that. So yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't work really well. No. That was the same animation. And yeah, that's like every character in here has something different. Like he's all washed out and polite, and he's also like a writer. And she works with fireworks. And then we have a little bit of everything. She is an alchemist, and she's a lawyer. He is what's it? A lawyer. I think if I go.
Whatever's going.
He's an exorcist. That. Actually, well, I've been using him quite extensively. he's you have like elements. So each character, for example, he's Hydro, and he has some pretty unique abilities. This one, and these swords around here. After they end up, they heal your characters back. So I think on bringing his being a writer and a reader, it's interesting to link him like a sword user, and you have like her. She's a claymore user, like bigger ones. And talking about separating boys from girls on this game, there was actually a little bit of a pushback, I think, from the Chinese censorship program that they wanted to censor or this guy because he was too feminine, and they were trying to like, part. Yep. Yeah, now
Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay?
I think
You've been standing in front of
should
this
have-
blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
Well, I remember the girl that I said that you is the one that makes fireworks, or works with fireworks. She's a bow user. I like to be an archer usually on the game, so that's why I've been using her quite extensively, even though I have a kind of okay-ish roster of characters to choose from. So you have mages, you have sword users, claymore users, and bow users. I think those are the... Oh, you have poly arm as well. And then each characters have different elements. So for example, this is light bluish, is what they call it, I'm scanning, animal or wind characters. Those two are geo or earth characters. So, and then depending on how you play one character with the other, you have reaction. So for example, if you, one of the reason why I was using Shincho so much is he's in the Hydro characters. So with his attack, you get the enemies wet, and then with the girl from the fireworks, she is a pyro user or a fire user, and then you get what's the name of the reaction again? You get a double damage basically. So playing together with one character and the other, it gets
Apologies
really
for
nice
making a
combos.
wild assumption, but has the story of the five Kasen reminded you of anything?
And the thing that I like about this game is how story driven is. So it's not just like, oh, throw arrows at the enemy and that's it. There's there's some grinding in the game to get the characters leveled up and get the weapons level up as well. But I like how this is all story driven. The Traveler, the main characters, is actually twin. So they're he and his sister. And when you start the game, you can either play with him or the sister. And you come into this world and you try to find your twin. So we're still trying to find in this case, our sister. Or if you're playing with a
Yes.
sister, you're trying to find your brother.
A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Hey, we're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden Gokuden? What's that?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same thing. But it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it here without the consent of Miss Kamisato.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it. However, this matter is somewhat complicated and may be difficult to explain. Let me start with the Raiden Gokuden. As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs, and Inazuma's art of forging swords is a very important part of our culture.
Okay, swords. I would like more assortment of those.
The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions in the Yashiro Commission. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Amenoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara family.
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
Yes, but that's all part of the past now. The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled all over Tevat to find a way to revive the family business. But it was to no avail. And in my generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, 3 of the families suffered various misfortunes and disappeared completely.
I'll say that's a little bit of lightly suspicious.
Later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe out the Raiden Gokuden.
Yep.
However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing more than a conspiracy theory.
If they were all affected, then yeah, that could be something like that. But not all of them? Maybe those that are not affected are
Indeed.
others.
I've also believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young. Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan's position in the Yashiro Commission as well. After reading the story of the 5 Kasen, I can't help but feel like it's pointing me toward the truth behind that incident.
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
I still can't say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. Let's meet here again at noon tomorrow. I will tell you everything I know then.
Here. Or courtyard. Both of these we have 10 days to complete. All 3 of these. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave the rest of these quests
If
to
there's
do
fire in your soul, you got
next week.
rock and roll. So come on.
Shinshin, but we need Beidou.
I trust you.
And quick here. Did it. Okay. Oh, we have quite a lot of quests to do. Let's try at least one more. This one. The idea of getting a certain gift. Take this one. Oh, hello.
The 5 Kasen Plaza is significantly less crowded now, but it's still too early to relax. This is a serious matter, and we must remain vigilant. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's you. Do you have something to report?
Oh, and for example, if you use your wishes or some of the currency in game, you could play. You could have her as a playable character, for example, Sarah. Oh,
It's fine, as long as it's been taken care of.
Sorry for the inconvenience caused.
This is my duty. I don't see it as an inconvenience. The Tenryo Commission has a responsibility to ensure public order and security during the Irodori Festival. If anything comes up, come to me.
Why not?
Oh,
but it's so,
you look really busy.
Because of her?
Has something serious happened?
Nothing serious, really. We've just received a lot of reports in the past few days over things like line cutting, reselling goods at inflated prices, even troublemakers hogging the photo board. All minor incidents, but it all adds up to create a lot of work for a lot of people.
What's up?
Still, I take the fact that so many people are turning to us for assistance as a sign that the Tenryo Commission is gradually regaining the people's trust.
Oh, again, it's everyone's personal opinion. Like, oh, it doesn't have to work with everyone, and that's what I like about games. Like, if you don't like it, as I said, install it, try the next one. If it didn't work, try something different, and that's why I keep on going back to playing Satisfactory, even it's been launched for quite some time. And I keep coming back every now and again to Terraria, for example. So, yeah. I liked playing in the start, like all the exploration and the new stories and expanding the lore and getting to know other characters and see how they interact between them. I really like them, but that's because I got a little bit later to the game. And now what's is happening is they are releasing content and I'm catching up pretty quickly. MMO building kind of player. Yeah. I haven't found my go-to MMO to play. I like the exploration and the story portion of Genshin Impact, and that's why I've been playing this for a bit of time.
Shogun gave us orders to provide security at the Irodori Festival. This is a rare chance to change people's perception of the Tenryo Commission, so we cannot afford to slip up. Even if it's tiring work, we must rise to the challenge.
Yeah, still, I was thinking about going down the route and getting Final Fantasy XIV, for example, and trying to dive into that world by then. But I don't know, I still haven't. Maybe it's because I haven't caught the franchise from the start, and I think it's just getting into that late. It might be just like, oh, there's too much that I don't know, and I won't be able to really appreciate the game.
Well, no matter how busy you
maybe
are,
just me
at least
overthinking.
you still found some time to come here and buy an almighty Shogun figurine, right? We want to buy one too!
What do you mean, figurine? I'm just patrolling these parts. In fact, I was just about to leave.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that I like games that are fairly decent. It's better than WoW for sure. Yeah, I remember playing a little bit of WoW back in the day, but Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I heard about it a little bit. I remember like a couple years back, I think. Yeah. Might have to look into that in the future. I think I might slow down a little bit on Genshin Impact, and I actually thinking about replacing this with Subnautica with 0. I played a little bit of it before the 1.0 release. I haven't played that in a while. Really like the world building of the game.
No need to be shy. Actually, Miko told us that you got up super early this one time to make sure you could be the first in line to buy one of these figurines.
Wait, why? What's wrong with Subnautica Below Zero?
That Lady Gucci, how could she disclose... Never mind. To be clear, I have no intention to hide that which I do out of reverence alone. But there is one thing you must be corrected on.
Oh, okay. Okay, I won't say anything about Subnautica then. But I played the first one quite a lot, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Have you played the first, just plain Subnautica? I like to call it the first one.
Oh? What is it?
Yeah, the idea of having to deal with pressure and power and expanding is... And then you have the... What's the name of the submarine again? You have your sub. Yeah, I can see how that happens. Yeah. Let me finish up a
That
few
is
more
not
quests
a
here.
figurine.
Because
It's a statue of Her
someone-
Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder. Do I make myself clear?
I've been doing a little bit of building behind the scenes on... No, no worries, no worries. I've been playing a little bit. As I said, I'm the third Spiral building right now. But I wanted to get some of these quests out of the way because they're time boxed.
Narukami Oga.
This particular statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder, is a brand new addition. There will only be 300 available in this batch, and there is a limit of 1 per customer.
And I really want to get back to that, to building that. And especially because that's the building that we're going to be using to build electromagnetic control rods. But I want to play this quest because they are time gated, and by next week there are going to be just a few. And since I'm trying to keep up with the streaming with the story, I don't want to play too much offline on Genshin Impact to lose some of this story.
Many people have been lining up since well before dawn to acquire one. I'm afraid if you're only showing up now, you're probably too late.
Oh, really? So you definitely must have gotten here pretty early too then. Did you manage to get one yet?
And that's one of the things that I don't like about Genshin Impact is they time gate too many of the things. Like, there are a lot of content that they put out that are just temporary. If they can make it more permanent based, I think there would be a lot more content on the game. But yeah, again, that's just my personal
Normally,
opinion.
of course, I would come to purchase one myself. But on this occasion, my duties at the Iridori Festival had to take priority. We are required to report for duty long before the shops open. It is regrettable, but I had no choice but to forego the chance this time.
Aw, what a shame.
So instead, I had someone purchase one on my behalf.
There we go.
Oh, right! Wait, you can do that? Didn't you say they're limited to 1 per customer? This figurine is super popular. It must be pretty tough to find someone happy to buy one for you and not for themselves.
I anticipated the same at first, but Lady Gujiyae found a professional to assist me, saying she appreciated our tireless efforts during the festival period. I don't know who the professional is. I assume it would be either someone from the Grand Narukami Shrine or from the Yashiro Commission, but I did not ask. Given the time, I believe they should have completed the purchase by now. I am fortunate to have had Lady Guji's help this time. I likely would have struggled to find a candidate on my own.
Yep.
As
probably.
well as being willing, they would need to be an early riser, and also tall enough to beat the crowds to the top shelf items.
Early riser and tall.
What was that sound?
Oh, just the wind?
Really? Well, never mind. I've been here long enough. It's time for me to head to my next patrol zone. Stay safe during the Iridori Festival.
These two are a symbol of Sayu, the ninja. That's this character. Where is she? Where is she? This is not tall at all. And she becomes Kadoki, I think is the name. And she's a sleepy ninja, so not tall and early riser. It's the complete opposite of her. There it is. There's that leaf that I was talking about before.
What's the point of this story? Uh-oh, you found me.
Oh yeah.
Sayu, what are you doing here? Oh, wait! Are you the professional? Shh, quiet. She might still be in earshot.
Sayu, have you been slacking off again?
No way. I've been here since last night so I could buy a figurine. But after waiting and waiting, my eyes started to feel real droopy. And I only meant to take a short nap, a really quick one.
In short, Grover's like,
Oh, if I don't buy one of these figurines, the 10-year-old commission Tengu will lock me up for life.
surely not.
Sheesh. Goodness knows what Miko told you. I guess my only hope now is to sacrifice my salary for this month and buy one off of someone who got here in time.
I'm good at driving a hard
Really?
bargain.
Great! Then, here's my salary. Please don't spend it all. Kazuha said he would wait for us at the 5 Kasen Plaza today. Let's go find him there. So many people.
Why so glum? Didn't manage to get your hands on a statue of Her Excellency, the almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder, sell it? Huh, I ain't selling. Not after all the effort I put in to get a hold of this. Go ask someone else.
Also.
After coming all this way to Inazuma, and especially getting up early, I still walk away empty-handed. The first batch was smaller than I expected. And who knows when the next batch will come out? Well, since I'm here now, I guess I should buy some other souvenir instead.
Why are we so complaining? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 back there.
Huh, you didn't manage to get one either? That's strange. When I came to line up this morning, I checked with my friend who'd already bought one.
Call it another store. What's wrong with these people? Well, actually, in this lore, it's the Shogun, or what was it?
She'd been lining up since before sunrise, and she was around the 100th in line. I was only 150 places behind her, so surely I should have gotten one. Something's wrong here. I'm gonna go ask the shopkeeper for an explanation.
I can't believe it. I am definitely done for this time. A whole load of people are saying they didn't manage to get one. Did the shopkeepers get the count wrong or something? Oh, why don't we go ask at Apekasu? Might as well. I guess there's nothing to lose.
Nope, not you. Where is Character Archive? Raiden Shogun. He is the God of Thunder in here. And she also one of the player characters. And is one of the powerful ones that I
It's hard
managed
to
not to
remain on
get.
dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land.
Terribly sorry. I was otherwise occupied this morning and had someone else watch the shop. So I don't know all the details, but according to our records, we did sell the full 300.
Hey, what about those ones at the back? Aren't they for sale?
I'm sorry, those are display only. Please don't be too disappointed. We're only selling a limited number of these statues at the festival, and this was only the first batch. Please rest assured, you will all have the chance to purchase one in the future.
But when will the next batch be ready? Also, this poor guy came all the way from Mondstadt. He got here earlier than me and was at least 50 places ahead of me. Even he didn't get one. How do you explain these numbers?
Look, I don't know a whole lot about Inazuman festivals, but they do seem to have sold out pretty quickly.
I'm terribly sorry, but I've triple-checked the sales records for this morning, and everything seems to be accounted for.
Why don't we get the Tenryo Commission to investigate this?
The Tenryo Commission? No way.
Sorry, who are you?
This is the professional from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, are you saying this falls under the Yashiro Commission's jurisdiction?
Yeah, it does. We will follow up on this matter, so there's no need to go to the Tenryo Commission. They're busy enough as it is. That's weird. How come Sayu's so motivated to work all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Shh. If the Tenryo Commission finds out about this, Kujo Sarah will come ask me about it. And then she'll find out that I didn't buy her figurine. And...
It technically should be...
Anyway, we can't get the Tenryo Commission involved. Not unless there's no other way.
Well, since someone's already on the case, I suppose I'll just wait for the findings.
Since I came all this way and didn't get a figurine, I guess I might as well look at what else is available.
Thank you both for your understanding. We will make an announcement as soon as the results of the investigation come out.
Okay.
So we're supposed to be investigating, but we don't have any leads at all. Oh, maybe the customers really did make a mistake with the count. If only we had a witness who'd been here the whole time.
Technically, someone was here the whole time.
You mean me? Sorry, I was asleep.
Did you hear anything in your sleep?
Did I hear anything? Let me think.
I'll take these, please.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.
Thank you. Patronage. Oh yeah, now I remember. I heard thank you for your patronage over and over again this morning. Huh? How many times? 300?
Roughly how long did each transaction take?
I got it. There were at least 16 snores between each thank you for your patronage. That's not how you count it! 16 snores should be about 1 minute. And if we add on the time for moving the boxes and stocking the shelves...
It take at least 5 hours to fill everything.
Right! Sales only started about 4 hours ago, so there's definitely a problem with the amount. Which means, even though I only woke up just now, I still have a chance of getting my hands on one. Maybe.
A minuscule chance? But yes, you're not
Well,
wrong.
anyway, maybe I failed my mission because a bad guy did something tricky, not because I was being lazy.
But you were lazy. 16 snores per minute? Yep. That's a pretty high snore per minute count.
So then, who's the bad guy? Well, the shop was pretty strict with this promotion. Not only was there a 1 per customer limit, they even checked people's identity. So there's no way anyone could have bought more than one.
Wonder its transaction took so long.
And with SARS people patrolling the area, no one could have cut the line, right?
By process of elimination? Many options.
Someone was up to no good. They definitely try to find a way to sell the figurines at a higher price.
Yep, or the one behind the counter.
Let's go ask the guy who says he had to put in a lot of effort to get a hold of one. Maybe he knows something.
Yep. He was pretty dismissive of everyone.
Huh? You want to know how I got my hands on the statue? Dream on!
Why? It's not like we're trying to buy yours off you.
It's a no, okay? No more questions.
Huh? How come?
I remember so did you.
How did you know?
You're professionals.
Oh, right. Yeah, we are professionals.
Okay, fine. Since you guessed it anyway. But let me be clear. Don't spread this around. I came here bright and early to line up, but the first batch of statues sold out almost immediately. I wasn't very happy about that. So, I went around to the back door of a Pegasus to see if I could find a shop assistant to ask about when the next batch would be coming out. To my surprise, I saw him moving boxes and boxes worth of statues out of the store. Needless to say, I was all ready to march up and demand to know what was going on. But...
He gave you a figure to keep you quiet.
Well, yes. But I paid the shop assistant full price for it. So it was still a legitimate transaction.
You call it?
It's not for you to decide whether it was a legitimate transaction or not.
Huh? It's the Tenryo Commission?
The Tenryo Commission has received reports that someone has been hoarding goods to resell at extortionate prices. Now, these are not classed as strategic materials, so some amount of price fluctuation is expected in the market. However, it is against the law for a staff member to abuse their position to forge sales records and misappropriate goods. We have already investigated the situation at a Peikusu. The sales records are correct, but in the cash box, there are 2 bags in which most of the cash has been replaced with stones.
Oh, just stones.
But how can this be?
Please hand over your statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, as evidence. We will compensate you for your loss once we catch the individual responsible.
Fine. So this guy was cooking the books. Never saw that coming.
You guys figured this out pretty quickly, Sarah.
In fact, we were only just tipped off. We're still working on the logistics of the arrest operation. Who's this?
Yikes! I've been spotted.
Oh, you must be the professional Lady Guji hired. I was just wondering why I hadn't seen you yet.
Maybe you're looking over her?
We were investigating the missing figurines. Oh, I mean, statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
They have to build a little bit of drama, right?
Is that so? Then thank you. The Tenryo Commission will take over from here. Rest assured, we will get to the bottom of the matter.
So, about your statue.
It has been lining up since last night.
Really? Thank you. So, where is the statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder?
But she saw someone misappropriating the statues.
Yeah. Sayu spent the whole night investigating the staff. So, by the time she got back, she was just too late to buy one. Yeah, right. I definitely would have made it back in time to buy one, if only it hadn't been for someone stealing the statues.
I see. So in the end, you did not manage to purchase a statue, correct?
I'm sorry.
They're trying to be precise. There's no like statue. They have to state the
Don't
name
blame
on the
yourself. The criminal is the one responsible here. The important thing now is to devise a plan to bring him to justice as swiftly as possible. According to the intelligence, the suspect has already started reselling the statues near the festival venue. But he is lying low and operating very discreetly. If we confront him head-on, he's likely to destroy the evidence and dash. Instead, we will seek to quietly surround him. But in order to achieve this, we will require one person to approach and distract him. Since you've spent the whole night thoroughly investigating this situation, I can think of no one else more suitable to gain his trust than you. Would you be willing to help the Tenryo Commission one final time?
What? Right. Leave it to us.
Thoroughly. Over there. Ayur her excellent diamante natural golden. Hello.
Hmm? Who introduced you? I'm trying to keep a low profile here, so I'm afraid I don't take any new business except for referrals by existing customers.
We were referred by one who called you stealing the statues.
That guy. Fine. He did technically buy from me, I suppose.
Yes, it did.
But let me be clear. This product is highly sought after right now. I can't sell to you at the same price he paid.
The price has gone up again? But it's only been a few hours.
Well, you can take it or leave it. Believe me, there's plenty more room for upwards mobility on the price. It just so happens to be in my interest to get these off my hands sooner rather than later. Besides, good luck trying to find anyone else out there selling.
We gotta keep negotiating as long as we can.
Will this figure keep its value over time?
I don't have time for this. Just name your price.
At 200,000? 160?
Deal. Let's schedule a time for you to pick up the product.
Hold on. Paimon thinks that the price is still a little too high.
You think that's high? It'll be at least double that in a few days. You think this is a game or something? If you're not serious about buying, quit wasting my time. I should be moving on to my next location by now. Not stuck here arguing with you.
I'm probably just buying sometime.
The next location you move to will be the police station. You are under arrest for abusing your position for personal gain and falsifying accounts. Do not attempt to resist. The evidence is indisputable.
The Tenryo Commission? When did you... Wait. All that negotiating.
There we go.
Stick 'em up!
Well, even if I
Thank you for
overpaid, it
your
wasn't
help.
my...
The culprit has revealed the location where he stashed the statues, and we have sent people to collect them.
Great! So once Epekusu has counted the goods and stuffed the shelves, we can get back in the line to buy one, right? This time, I must complete my mission.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The stolen goods will have to be kept as evidence at the police station for some time. They will not be available for purchase in the immediate future.
Okay, that's not good.
Paimon can't believe it!
I would be grateful if you could inform the shopkeeper about this. I should return to the station and see how things are going.
And you don't want to give the bad news for the shop owner. Gotcha.
Although Sora didn't say anything, she seemed a little disappointed, don't you think? Aww. Is there really nothing we can do?
Palestine. Oh, I need to finish this up again. Yep, as I said, she has the... Paimon often talks to herself in the third person.
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived.
How did your investigation go, Kazuha?
Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago.
Okay.
In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective.
Red Dead Redemption? Is that the Red Dead roleplay? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I usually call my players or my characters in the game Ladrone or something like that. So,
When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment.
but yeah, I never got the whole point of talking in third person.
The Kaedahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside.
Well, I think it's a lot easier to play yourself, or play as yourself. You don't have to come up with new habits and other characteristics for your character, but yeah, sometimes it's fun to play.
However,
a little bit.
They met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end, they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaedahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly thereafter.
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family's status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy.
Okay, maybe that was a little bit of a
A
misread there.
single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation. But, thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
From the Kamisato clan.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaedahara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case. However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather, the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
The palace died in blood. Oh, we can finish up.
I see. Thank you. We'll make a compensation plan and announce it as soon as possible. Wait.
Do that.
Hold on. Although this statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, was only intended as a display item, now that I think about it, why don't you have it, as a gesture of my gratitude?
Oh, thank you.
After all, it was our negligence that caused trouble for you all on this occasion. This is just a small gift, a mere token, but I do hope you can accept it.
Really?
Shall we give this to Sarah?
Sounds good. As long as we give this to Sarah, my mission will be completed. Uh-oh. I've been so nervous all day, and now I can finally relax. I feel really tired all of a sudden.
You've been sleeping half of the day. Come on.
Please, take this figurine to the police station. Sayu, signing out.
And off she signed. And I'm pretty sure it was Kamisato. As we have here. I think is in here. We have him, Kamisato Ayato. And where is he? Kamisato Ayaka. Two Kamisatos. And where we go? We're here. There we go. Email.
Sarah, look what we brought you!
Oh. Is this?
Yes, it is.
it and came straight here. But now that Paimon takes a closer look at it, it's really well made.
Of course. This is a prototype designed by Yae Publishing House's top artist and crafted by the most skilled lacquerware master in Inazuma City. Otherwise, how could one hope to capture even 1,000th of the almighty Shogun's majesty?
Her Majesty, they just approach
Let
it.
alone maintain it. To do that, you must buy a special kind of shrine and worship it properly. It's also essential to clean it often to avoid a buildup of dust, and it's best practice to hire a craftsman to perform regular maintenance.
Sarah! Sarah!
What's wrong? These are the 5 principles for maintenance of the statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder. And I haven't even finished explaining the first one.
I never knew there was such a fuss over these tiny figurines. I'm surprised Miko never mentioned it to me.
And it's interesting because here it says A, as they have A and the Raiden Shogun as 2 different figures, as the Shogun was a puppet. Don't you worry, they're gonna say that probably 3 or 4 more times. That's my guess.
Your Excellency, this is most unexpected.
I had some spare time, so I decided to come out for a stroll. Oh, did you buy this figurine yourself?
It was him.
Hey, what?
Yep, it was me.
Huh. I didn't know you liked little trinkets like these.
Your Excellency, I've yet to finish the defense arrangements for the Iridori Festival. Please excuse me.
Very well. Thank you.
Watching Sarah leave, she looked kinda sad.
I have another such figurine in Tenshukaku, a sample sent by Yae Publishing House. I don't need it, so I think I'll gift it to you.
But you already have one.
I shall not go back on my word. I have committed to giving it to you. What you choose to do with it is your business. You're quite free to give it to somebody else, if you wish. Or to save you the trouble, I can have someone from Tenshukaku deliver it directly. But, of course, your name will have to be written as the sender.
Why does all this have to be so complicated?
Send this to Tenryo Commission, please.
Good. I'll have someone attend to this shortly. Oh, and I wish you a pleasant and enjoyable Irodori Festival.
Thank you. Have that character, so we need to jump into the archive. Yeah, like how her hair is tightly tailored. Yep, but I think I was wrong. I think that was the end of that quest line. And these are other parts of that. I mean, there is a lot of cool characters design. Oh, no, that wasn't what I was looking for. Like her, she's one of the newer characters, and she's like, they have some, what they call it, what is it again? Adaptives that look over one of the cities. Yeah, I think she's also an exorcist. Let's see. This one is actually from. Oh, there is an astrologist. Is Mona. He's a mage. Astrologist. You see when she does her final animation. Hello. No. Talking about Aloy. She's from Horizon Zero Dawn, and she's a part of the partnership with them. And that is also another amazing game.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
And I like how they brought some of her aspects, like her ability uses the cores for the monster from her world. And she here also uses a bow, so
this wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
yeah. He is he. As far as we know, there is Venti. Where is he? This guy. And the Shogun. These three is what they're called Archons, or the gods on this world. And he's the only one that I was able to get to our party, and I put some effort to get him because she is one of the best. He's an Earth type of characters, and he's the one that uses pole arms. Like his first attack is just like throw the pole arm and then just floats in the air for a second. But he's the best shield characters in this game right now, so I really put some effort to get him onto our party. So we can, well, with him we basically changed the way that we play the game. Yeah, he has a really soothing voice. Let's say that. But he actually gave up his position of one of the Archons. Just to be able to roam around the world. He was, well, the idea is, I think his profile. He's extremely knowledgeable in all things. This is because he's lived for, I think, even I don't know if it's thousands of years, but probably close to that. So the idea is that
every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
He's that wise old guy that helps you to make good decisions and things like that.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Yeah, I don't know how to address your last comment, but yeah. Again, to each his own.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
It's pretty straightforward. On this sort of here. It'd be pretty hard to do it.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge.
There's probably it can definitely be categorized as an older
Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed.
Of course.
My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world. My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing. Looking back at it now, the argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Oh, Kazuha.
I heard that your great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young, but later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts. It appears that his failure took quite a toll on him.
Yep.
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, if you can't find the secret within? Did he use those exact words?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words, and still remembers them very clearly. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Wait, are you trying to say?
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning.
Need to be dipped in water?
Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, your skills aren't sufficient? But instead he said, if you can't find the secret within. Don't you find that a little strange?
Huh? Oh, so you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's tampering?
Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
Okay.
All right, let's get moving.
Let's go. Up here. Okay, Danny. In a bit. And let's join. Have I entered their world? It requested to join them.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Okay, which one do you want to use? This one? Oh, I think I know what's going on here. Yep. Good. still hurting us. I need to get me one of these things. Come on. Earned it already?
Time for a light show. Barbados.
You that way.
Isn't time for a break yet.
Stabilize.
Not breaking a sweat.
Get rid of you.
Here comes the fireworks.
There we go.
My work.
My sword.
I will have order.
This action, this action.
Fire hazard. Gold bishop down.
Solidify.
The fuse is lit.
Go.
There is no it.
There we go.
Fire hazard.
There you go. There you go.
Didn't count.
Rise.
Darn it.
Gather. Order guide you.
Fuse is lit.
Crumble.
Fire hazard.
This should be fun.
A festive reprise.
It isn't time for a break yet.
Take it.
Not breaking a sweat.
The thunder pulse. Detached from the world.
This should be how can this be?
Stabilize.
Fire hazard. Gold bishop down.
We're gonna get this time here.
Fuse is lit. Blue is blood. Here come the fireworks.
Osmanthic.
Solidify! This
Your
is
life
order!
Is mine. It's nothing. Shine down!
My work. Finished.
Gather!
Time for a light show.
Really?
Don't waste my time.
Order guide!
Fire hazard.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Solidify!
It's nothing.
Submit.
Flash free.
This is
I don't know what
order!
I did.
Your life is mine.
Solidify!
Here come the fireworks.
Taken care of.
There's no escape. Now you shall perish.
There we go.
Don't waste my time.
Let's go.
Coefficient down.
And a little bit of that. A little bit of this. Come on.
Under us. It's nothing.
The festival ends.
Do this. Not again. Let me go over here and bring in stat in.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Let me see. Can I bring it out? Head to him.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Right like that then. Fiona.
Think you can bully me?
Go! Huh?
Crisp.
What I'm talking about?
Time to fulfill my duty.
There is no escape!
A festive retreat! Dawn's over! Shake his hand!
Illusion shattered!
You can bully me!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Hands on fire!
What? Sure. Good, your question about satisfactory.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!
You is called an arrow. Yes, that's right. On Foundry. No problem.
Phew.
You then.
Frozen crisp.
Illusion shattered! God's over!
Disgusting.
Now you shall perish!
Get them! Race you!
Detached from the
Oh, remember that.
Under full sight.
Got me that time.
No, get out of there.
Can't keep my eyes open.
Yeah. I can't do that.
Wanna come over for tea? Toodaloo. That stretch feels good.
I love it. Not sure if we can do it while I'm in here.
1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Oh, there we go. Come over here, so should we see him teleporting over here? Mute. There we go. Pressing jump down again. Beto wouldn't be able to help much. Again. Thing. These two might be able to help us. Oh. Yeah, the explorer can get really
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe
yeah,
in
the explorer can
moonlight.
get stuck in pretty easily. If you have that on a path, like an autopilot, then you can just get away from it and it will just unwedge itself. But other than that, how to do the autopilot, you need to record circuit that has to come. You start from the same, start from one point, going around and get to the same point.
Toodaloo.
And after that, you can set it on autopilot.
Huh?
Yeah, to do that, you first need to go. You need to record the path that you're gonna take. Then you can set it to follow that path. I enable the autopilot.
You'll get frostbite.
One after another.
No excuses.
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
No
Shine down!
Isn't time for taste this battle. My work.
Higher, can't touch fire!
Illusion shattered!
Pay your dues.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Detached from in the thunder pulse.
This isn't my time.
And there we go.
Everyone has their limits.
A little bit of going.
If we've got nothing else to do, why?
Hold up. Eat food. Oh. That's always a plus. And over here. Good to be able to walk around this area without getting killed by the environment. Otherwise, I have some satisfactory to get to.
Up and away.
All that. Oops, oops, come on, come on. Come on. Come on.
Toodaloo.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
That's me. here. And I think now.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a
and I'll
few
be right
references.
back with Satisfactory. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah.